can see, okay, you are obviously going to look at pushing in that top lane with the Nara that's there. You are going to have this strong bot lane that you want to try and set up as well. So I think a lot of this is 1-1-3, trying. Casting came online and took over.
I mean, as soon as he got level 16, 17, 18, was able to punish. ETO, Flash is still available to him. Use that seismic shove, interrupted by the chains. Flash too late. Tower shot doesn't help. First blood, Astralis.
This is a really nice gank from one. Targamas use a Hex Flash from the bush, but you don't have to worry too much about being underneath your tower.
Targamas needs to worry. Caught by the Aqua Prison. Copy's got Flash and Cleanse still available. Dashing forward. Support coming in from Xerxes. Dredgeline once again. Targamas stays alive for now, and Xerxes just a little late. But look at the minimap. There's more.
They're actually going to start roaming down towards the spot side fairly soon to try and fix Patrick's lane.
I mean, really, really good call out, Dagdaz. Finn right now trading with Odo. Odo at risk of being solo killed again. Finn picks it up.
Finn getting the solo bolo. Making sure that they're not going to be able to give over too much now. With just the sheer presence that the Draven has, regardless with the triple longsword in the bot side, they will give over Dragon, and even with the push.
They are just escaping that dredge line. Held on for now, but unfortunately they're not done yet.
They were nervous about Odo Omnite coming down to this bot side. You can see he's in base trying to figure out what the hell he's supposed to be doing as well, but Astralis, they're going for it.
Depth charge is thrown out, the pig has been knocked up, and the chains will connect. His target must the target, culling fired. Now sidestep, 1-1-3 gets another. The third of the game for Astralis. The Aqua Prison slows down any chase, and despite the turret, simply not enough. Look at the minimap. Odo's pushing mid, Finn pushing top. Coordinate to make a play go their favor, and maybe this will be it. It looks like they want a challenge for the Herald. Is secured by 1-1-3, who's just dinged 6, has got Subjugate available to him. The prison is stolen. It locks up Targamas, and he's taken down in just a moment. The fourth kill for Astralis. The double bubble puts XL in trouble, but no follow-up to speak of. Time to charge up that Gnar. For XL, now things are starting to look a little bit scary. That Draven is significantly behind. He could be put further. Dredge line will slow down the onslaught, but Patrick running for his life can't even use the exhaust. Xerxes thrown out that Glacial Prison. It didn't do anything. Another kill to Astralis.
And Vedius had to use that Weaver's Wall to get back to mid, so he didn't have it to try and help out of the play on bot. Some more plates, they can even fall back towards the Dragon, but I think they should look for, as I was going to say, the Herald here first, just to get the tower, and then they can use that extra gold to finish off Gale Force and look for that little bit more.
Do they fancy a little bit of a dive? Let's Shelly tank it up. No, get the boot. Thank you, brother. That was a good charge. We'll see for the next one.
Going, yeah, we'll trade one tower, but we're going to get 2 off a Rift Herald and still get the Dragon.
And huge. Vizio just backed. He picked up the Leandries. Can make it in for the fight, but maybe too late for the Dragon. 4,000. Weaver's Wall is available to him. Dale has hijacked the depth charge. XL concede and back away. Dale, does he pull the trigger? Does he pull the trigger? I think he does. I think he does! And he throws it out. Odo Omnite is the first target. Weaver's Wall comes forward. 2-man knock up on the bubble. Xerxes running for his life. No prison available to him. And it's not done just yet. 1-1-3 looking for something on Odo. The dash forward.
Finn.
The passive not enough just yet. Nobody has died. The flash away. Finn cannot gnar anybody. 1-1-3 is being chucked out from the threaded volley. A bubble once again connects. The wallop holds Targamas in place, and finally somebody drops its copy, taking out Targamas and Astralis. They turn it on to Vizio. Xerxes steps forward. Prison's available right now. Can't turn it on. Will fire it out. Manages to catch out one. The second falls. Berlin erupts. It's a double kill for Patrick.
And it's a cash-in for Patrick as well. Finally, he manages to get some. Needed to back away. You already got everything you wanted, but look at the bottom left. We're on Baron.
We're on a fight. There's no fight just yet. Was trying to focus on Patrick. Man, I didn't see the cash-in, but thank you. 990. Baron has been started. Weaver's Wall used excellently. Dale hops over, and Baron is secured. That might be all XL need. Vizio dodges the culling. Dale flashes away from the hook, and Odo's the target. Relentless pursuit used from Corby, continuing to look for another. Finally gets himself one. That's a killing spree. XL, they can turn and burn. Glacial Prison's still available there, but with the bubble, gonna slow it down. Dale's caught up. He's hijacked himself a prison of his own. Locked up Xerxes, but Patrick gets another. He's got 3 kills to match Corby. On the retreat, the dredge line for Targamas. Stop hitting walls, my man! This time, Finn finds his targets. A 2-man Gnar, and all of a sudden, the shot's once again in control.
Patrick trying his damnedest to hold on to that fight.
This example, it works out. You can see Patrick disappointed there. But what I will say is those last few fights have given me some optimism, as XL are not completely out of it. The tidal wave is slowing the retreat. Patrick, no flash, no exhaust. A good stun onto Odo. Not going to be enough just yet. He turns the damage around, and Targamas is the first to fall, followed by Xerxes and Astralis. continue to apply the pressure. Meganar's available in just a moment or two. A boomerang and a couple autos.
They don't know.
Split. The vision is good. That's going to spot out Finn, but he can just look for the re-engage. Dragon going down slow. This is the third of the game. Finn can gnaw out. One more auto onto the minion should be enough. Patrick is going to stand for Dragon, secured by Astralis. Finn looking for a target. Finds the stun onto Patrick. Crunched and jumped down. Now Xerxes trying to turn and burn 1-1-3, but that subjugate's doing so much. The culling won't find a target as Xerxes flashes over the wall. And Odo and Vedius will be forced to farm the chickens. The Dragon goes the way of Astralis. Yeah, looking to try pick up Astralis' first win of winter. And the way in which this game is played out, you have to feel that they are in the advantage. Yonghun throws down the tidal wave. Will slow down the retreat. The tower now secured. Culling chipping away. Odo gets pulled backwards. The all-out sends him forwards. Targamas finds that depth charge and dredge line. And the Astralis are on the retreat. Gonna find the stun, the root, the death of 1-1-3. How much more can they take? Teleport is available. If Odo wanted to try jump in behind. Weaver's Wall buys some time. Throws out the mines, the seismic shot, the threaded volleys, but he's dropped. This XL cannot arrive in time. Dale re-engages, connects with the chains, and Kobe relatively healthy, continues to chase forward. Targamas interrupted. We're in a 4v4s once again. Odo gets collapsed on by Dayor. Kobe continues to step forward, waiting for those Nami buffs, waiting for the Tidecaller's blessing. There may be enough damage if some CC can land. Targamas forced to flash over the wall, and Finn
sets up here on the side, but we're not even going to see it. Baron's up.
18 kills in 27 minutes. It has felt like a non-stop slobber knocker throughout the course of the game. Dayor's going to hijack the prison. Baron down to 5,000. Yesterday, XL lost the game because of a boomerang throw on Baron. They don't want to be in a similar position. Dayor's picking the fight from the bottom lane. He's already taken out Patrick. The rest of Astralis making their way forwards. Finn's used that gnaw. Forces the flash out. Vedius the next target. Pillar of Ice will slow down the retreat. 1, 2, 3 members already down. 2 returning. And Astralis with that 6k gold lead look to be able to secure Baron with 50 seconds till Ocean Soul. They may be able to double mega buff for final siege.
They are definitely going to double mega buff. The fact that you get to reset here and then move out of the base with that fast recall as well means that there's just no hope. I mean, especially when you look at like Vedius, he's dead essentially until you come back onto the map for that Dragon. You won't have a mid laner, and Astralis have been so providing that front line, and even now Dayor pushing in mid. But
what can he do? Prison goes out. The bubble is what locks Xerxes up. Finn's one that secures the kill. The tower's still being chunked out. 1-1-3 does get killed, but Dayor's going to hijack that depth charge, throws Patrick into the air. Vedius rather manages to find himself a kill. Another for Kobe. Patrick and Targamas, the first 2 to get bullied, the last 2 standing. And with Baron empowered minions, Astralis are going to pick up their first win of winter.
I mean, this is a fantastic play from Astralis. Everyone stepping up. Finn showing XL that maybe they should have held on to it, because this performance was magnificent here today.
XL Esports lose the game. Astralis going to pick up their first win of winter. Put themselves in tie with XL at 1 and 5. And Astralis, the first win towards group stage.
An incredibly impressive performance from Astralis, and I love that you're starting to see a lot of the mistakes that we got to see in summer from them, a lot of the mistakes that we saw in their first week as well, are starting to be fixed as they go through. Playing well around vision, having a strong early game, the way they're playing the mid game, willing to trade.
Team comps want to win the game. What are the keys to victory?
When you look across at BDS, I think utilizing the fact that you should have a decent amount of push was used to spot out Adam, but will now spot out Shio.
Viewers, remember what Dagda said. Adam is the tool in the 4-1 that BDS want to get ahead. There's no ghost available for Chasey. Apprehend comes back. Sapling toss. First blood should be available. Flash is already used. First blood to Adam.
The sapling over the wall sets it up. Right, because that could have spelled absolute disaster there. But still, Mad Lions are holding a fantastic control of this game, right? That's ripped out in their back pockets now. You got Dragon as well, the cleanse burnt on bots. So even though we kind of saw BDS taking the early reins, Mad Lions are slowly but surely creeping themselves those advantages back up. Even look at the vision that they have on the bottom.
Well, meow, meow, meow. Apprehend into the kitty cat. The decimate, the guillotine, and the blood damage takes it down. Adam with his second Shio combos.
And it might be first break.
Correctly. And I think they may have a similar challenge. So let's keep an eye on the vision. Let's keep an eye on the map setup as Alyoya jumps forward. Flash is still up. Fanuki has used it. The slide, the glide. There's no Empress to the side. But with the help of the tower, Niski gets nuked. They might not be done just yet. Throwing out the saplings, looking for the tongue to have a higher win-loss than Fnatic and Koi, let alone joined by SK. Adam right now is going to run into Niski. And may be able to actually set up a kill with the help of Shio. He's inside the shot, flashes over the wall, flashes forward, knocks in, guillotine! Adam! Well done. Dragon number 2 secured. The Herald was already used in the mid lane. Ultimately, it got some plates, but it didn't take the tower down.
BDS from immediately collapsing onto sides is so hard.
It is hard, and I think we are playing on a Mountain Rift, so some of those walls are going to be a little bit more impactful. I think, though, playing for Mountain Soul could actually be a little bit influential here as Nuke is trying to set up the play. The Emperor's Divide sets up the kill. Kazi taken down. The Devour, the Deliver. Nuke stays alive, but for how much longer? Alyoya throws out the flail and will be backed up for another. Too far from BDS and they get punished.
That was nearly daylight robbery with Labrov and Nuke until they immediately ran into the waiting arms of the cops outside. Really good job from Mad to respond, and now there's that Rift Herald that they needed to actually get down this first tower.
Golf clap for that with daylight robbery into the police being punished 2 for 1 with the help of this tower. Secured. This is now closing that gold gap. Secured, second tower secured, correction, sorry. 4 Mad Lions, that gold difference relatively insignificant. So now I start looking at timers. 1.5 to Baron, 2.5 until the next Dragon. Hilly's got that Lantern out. Ward placed immediately, means Niski can't get on it. And frankly speaking, I don't think that should have happened. I feel like he could have backed earlier.
No, you really needed to be safer there.
Pressure to the enemy really slows down. So I want to see whether or not BDS can make use of their range. Right now, looking for a pick. Illisang will get rooted by the Deadly Flourish. Nation Prison buys some time, and Adam is rooted in place. The Meow Meow Cat's thrown out, as well as all the follow-up damage. Hilly is gone, as well as Kazi, and they're just going to turn to try burn Baron.
I mean, they'll get it. Great setup from BDS, and that's exactly what we're talking about, right? You just barely clipped them, crowning with the setup, and immediately BDS are able to answer. And look, Mad, they're going to try and push him wherever they can, but this is a big win for BDS.
Look at that mini-map. Alioya is pushing middle lane, Chasey's pushing bottom lane. 21-minute Baron for the team with 1 teleport. That is huge.
And I wanted to kind of hit on the question you proposed earlier, right? Now that you have
Pride was just cut down. Like Scar and the Hyenas had just run through Mufasa entirely, and this allows BDS to get their first Dragon. Studio, they were dressed as paramedics. They were carrying the corpse of Mad Lions. What that sends to me is they're trying to save Mad Lions. Right now, they're trying to murder them. Mad Lions, on the other hand, have something to say about it. Nature's Grasp, roots up 4. Niski's trying to find Shio as the curtains are called. Adam's running amok, but he's taken down. The shutdown goes to Chasey. Niski gets another as Shio's taken out. All of a sudden, they're now turning towards... There's no real objective to fight for, but they get the fight, they get the kill. How far does BDS chase? Labrov waiting for the blast code. Deadly Flourish doesn't tag him. Looking at the mini-map, Mad Lions pushing on the bottom. The Abyssal Dive won't find the knockup. The Emperor's Divide does. No flash available, and Niski's down. Again, Niski killed a minute before the Dragon comes up. Yes, he got the team, so exactly like you talked about, Dagda. Play the small call. It's only the second Dragon for both sides, so Soul is not a real concern at the moment.
that brute force to try and get Mad Lion to play third game.
And look at the minimap. Brain versus Brawn. Chasey playing a lot of respect. Sat all the way back. He's picked himself a 1v1 versus the level 16 Darius. All out. Jumps all the way into the river. Into the waiting hands of Alyoya. Adam stays alive. He's still got the guillotine to throw down and the flash to use. Teleports out Ben Child. Shio is going to be the target. Empress Divide not used just yet. Nick sitting on the top line. So 1 for 1. Both ADs are down. And the 4 members of BDS trying to find a target. They're a little bit more split up and fanned out as now both teams grouping up. Both ADs down.
And where's the
Deadly Flourish? But look at this. Not conceding on the Baron. Importantly, Chasey's pushing the top lane. Brains versus Brawn. BDS want the fight. Mad Lions want to play the lanes.
They don't have vision. Adams for Niski.
Apprehend. Decimate. Looking for the strikes as well.
Oh, he's
The
done
missile
for-
dive. The guillotine is dodged away from by the hourglass, but I think Niski might still be dead. The blood damage takes him out, but chases Casantes inside the base. Inhibitor towers being focused. Crowny and Adam, they're pushing in the mid lane.
Karzi had to reset though. They can't go for Baron. We're just gonna have a race here. Chasey.
But the BDS remaining schedule is all 3 4-in-1 teams, and they are in a position with the crowd behind them today.
Shout for that one. Really nice job there from Adams.
Well, nicely done, Chasey. This time around will be backed up by Niski. Teleport coming down. Chasing Blinding Sands. Nuke is caught out once more and taken down. Now LeBron's in trouble. Didn't even have time to devour. Crowny's going to try slow things a little as he can. It's another kill, a double. 4 and 5 for Niski. Now Adam is the next target. Kazi fires out. The ulti will be dodged away thanks to that ghost. And Mad Lions, they're turning and want to try burn the Baron.
That's the consistent damage.
Yeah, throughout the course of the game. I want to take a quick look at damage throughout the game. Adam in the charge, but look at that poke damage from those AP saplings. Not hugely surprising. Maybe called upon once more as Baron has now been started. Teleport being channeled. JC can join the fray. Baron's tail knocks up multiple members of Vedius. They take the Baron. They've just stolen it away from Mad Lions. They did it so quickly that Mad were too late to respond.
Over Niski trying to check that side, make sure that there's no one who's going to be able to move in. But I mean, this is where BDS, this is the team fight they wanted. It is going to be a straight up brawl.
No flash for Niski, no flash for Noob, no flash for Crowny. The kitty cats, the neon cats are flying. They've got themselves at least 1 or 2 roots. Curtains pulled back and Hilly's chunked out. The root lands on 2 Alyoya. Glacial Prison's available. Dragons down to 5,000. The prison locks nobody. Adam has got a double upper hand. Shio's looking for the soul. He gets it. BDS have got the Dragon Soul. They've got the Baron buff. And they're looking for the kills. They're looking for the win. Niski can do naught to shut down Nuke. And it's Adam that kills Tracy once more. Niski's dropped as well. 3 dead. And all of a sudden, BDS, they might be looking for the win.
It's Alyoya.
BDS took down Fnatic on Saturday. They took down Astralis yesterday, and they are about to take down the 4-1 top of the table Mad Lions. They've got a couple turrets to work through. 30-second death timer for Niski. 30 seconds for Chasey, forcing out the first Nexus turret. Empress Divide delivers Kazi to his doom. Alyoya will be the next to fall as Shio drops him. All of a sudden, the Nexus is the focus, and BDS stunning the LEC. They look for one more kill before they shut down the Nexus, and BDS go 3-0.
They were discounted coming into the LEC. Everyone thought that this was just going to be a bottom of the table team, but to show up everyone in the fashion that they have, in a style that is unique to BDS.
Yes.
This is a team that's worth watching.
And can I also say, huge congratulations. You mentioned the coaching staff, the adaptation from week to week, the individual players being allowed to shine, and also, you know what, this team has got personality. They cut up the
second Tristana in major regions, I believe, at least the second Tristana mid.
I know who's been scrimming who.
Do you think they played Vitality this week, Betty?
Okay, so suffer in this lane matchup.
You're diving. That's what Marang's doing. He doesn't really care about the fact that he's not getting any camps. He's looking for the dive on Certus in the mid lane. Now Larson obviously can get the reset on his W if he jumps forward, jumps back to his advance going in. Marang taking out the tower. Certus trying to get back to safety. One more auto is enough, and Koyo on the board.
Very clean dive from Koi. You can see that Observer's highlighting that ward for us. It was Malrang that dropped the ward on the wolves. The ward gets dropped on the blue buff by the Renekton, but we're back to the action.
Looking for the kill on Trimby here. Cleanses away from the bubble, has to flash afterwards. Dos trying to get the auto attack in for the extra shield, and the ignite ticks. And there is a kill for Dos in the bottom lane.
Wow, huge credit to Exakick and Dos there. Comp and Trimby falling short in the 2v2 once again. Larson now in a bit of danger.
Uses the flash to escape.
They need to find one winning side of the map, given that they are getting pushed and bullied on the top side. Larson with his pressure in mid. They're threatening the dive on top. Irrelevant. Going to go into Mega Gnar, though.
It's about 3 minions away from hitting 6 as well. If one of these dies underneath the tower, he might be able to get there. Just needs one more minion, but he can't get it! Still only 5, no nart for him. A perfect dive from Koi in the top lane. SK bot lane, although they had a few stumbles near the start, have really started to come into their own. Obviously taking advantage of the fact that Koi bot lane is struggling as the root goes down on Trimby, but they can't quite get the damage down to finish him off.
It's a bit of a shame that Marcoon's on the top side of the map because they could be threatening a dive
right now. They can still threaten a dive. You can always use the Yuumi to tank the tower, and that's exactly what they do. Dos tanks the tower shot, now they can look for comp as well. He does have the cleanse, but there's nothing really for him to cleanse away from. Exakick flashes, and in the 2v2 on the bottom lane, Dos...
Marcoon lying in wait, ready to offer assistance.
It's underneath the tower, there's the Nature's Grasp coming out. Irrelevant will be rooted by it. Larson jumped in as well, but couldn't find any purchase on the Lucian, so very hard for him to get close. Really needs Marcoon to lead the charge, and the Dragon has been begun here by Koi. Certus trying to get in here. Double TP is being used as SK try and fight for the third Drake. Nature's Grasp coming in. Marcoon on that front line. Certus onto the back. Final chapter being used as well, and Certus is doing a lot of damage here. The smite comes in from Malrang. It's Koi secured that third dragon. Flash away by Malrang as well, but now they're corralled into the zone of death. A wall of history. Comp clings, jumps away. Trimby low though. Exegek still on the chase, and the TP behind them by Certus as he tries to lop them off. Trimby going low. Certus gets the double, flashes away from Shigenda. Another one on the menu. That's 4 so far for SK as they look to make it 5. Comp has nowhere to go, and Certus and Marcoon will slay him where he stands.
A complete ace from SK, 5 for 0 in there.
SK did that very, very quickly. They are going to start up this Baron. Marang on his way. No ultimate for him for about 20 seconds. TP coming in from Larson as well as they try and keep SK from securing the big purple worm. Marang, no flash. Obviously has the twisted advance, but they don't have vision in the pit right now, and it looks like Koi will give it up. Baron now secured for SK. Along with it, a 6,000 gold.
SK lineup just playing the fight so well. Good use of the W there from Certus. Waited for the smite slow from Marcoon, and they do actually hand that kill over to Marcoon. Secure. What was that face? What? I too thought that was funny.
Yeah.
Okay, wow. Wow, what a commanding performance from SK. 26 minutes in, and they've blown this game wide open.
It's going to be an inhibitor here. Koi giving it up. Larson is backing, but that inhibitor falls very quickly. Oh, inhibitor tower at least. SK can continue to push. Marcoon trying to act as a bouncer as Koi and Marang try and flank. Nature's Grasp coming out. Now they'll all line up behind that big Sejuani. None of them get rooted. Larson jumping forward. Final chapter being used as well. The bubble does connect. Marang going forward. The twisted advance. The Certus isn't here, but Marang's already dead in a 4v5. SK still coming out on top. Marcoon's going to reset. The inhibitor has been felled. And 7,000 gold in the league. In the lead. SK look to make it a clean.
I mean, the week 1, they couldn't really translate it onto stage, but they are translating it right now as they knock onto the towers of Koi's base.
And Koi, after a good first week, really struggled this week. Currently 0-3 in their last 3 games. To try and upset it a little bit, get that win on the board, get out of that losing streak, but SK are not giving them an inch, not giving them a moment to breathe as they push forward for this second inhibitor. Shigenda trying to get round on the flank. Marcoon stops him in his tracks. That's the second inhibitor felled by SK. You'll answer that. Irrelevant can split down towards the bottom side. Marcoon looking for Shigenda across the wall. Can't quite get the stun down. Shigenda pops the Dominus. Irrelevant trading with Comp. SK don't have a minion wave. The Nature's Grasp blocked by Marcoon once again. Bubble coming in as well, but Marcoon very tanky, and that's the guy that you want on the front line if you can have him. Nah, into the wall. Exegek goes unstoppable as he dashes forward. The final chapter going on to Comp as well, and Certus now diving in. A little bit late to the party, but timing his entry perfectly as he dashes back out. And Koi do lose a man. Exegek healed up so much. Oh, Trimby's by himself! You can't stand that close to a Lucian. The Light Slinger will take you down. Exegek putting down the DPS in this game. Comp trying to dash forward. Marcoon has the Glacial Prism back up. Comp dashes away with the Arcane Shift. But SK, TP in. Glacial Prism on Comp. The culling being used as well. SK, they can chase them down here, or they can just go for the Nexus Towers. Last one flashes across the wall. DOS was on Certus' shoulders, so SK a little bit split, but those Nexus Towers, the target right now. The second one will fall, and SK, after a disappointing start, have toppled Titans this weekend. Hysteria for them as they go 4-0, killing off Koi.
A surprisingly dominant game from SK. Yeah, the start was slow, but so much of the credit needs to be given to their bot lane. The fact that they were just straight up outplaying Comp and Trimby, this was not something that I was expecting coming into this week. This duo, this team has leveled up coming into week 2. That Yike's going to have on this Udyr means that a lot of potential for counter jungling, a lot of getting in the face of Bo, and basically making his life as difficult as possible.
Okay, we've got a really quick minute before we get into the game. No Udyrs in major regions so far. The Dragon here knows that Bo is in this area because of how Neon and Kaiser moved, so we'll see if Vitality are wise to this. Bo on his way down. Got in without being spotted. Aqua Prism going down, and Mickey's already fallen. Heal not enough to save them. Hans Summer getting chased away here, and Yike came across. Started up that Dragon, wasted a bit of time. Wasn't able to save his bot lane. Team up. Now Perks can move across here. There's a level 6 for Bo. Hans Summer trading here. Kaiser has the barrier. Flash forward from Hans Summer. The Light Slinger not quite enough. Even with the Summon Air, he can't quite kill off Kaiser.
Wow, that was so close. Bo, though, making his way
no
top.
Flash. Broken Blade, trying to get away from first one, who puts the needlework in. The path coming out from Broken Blade, but the flash forward, knocked back with the all-out. Broken Blade will fall first, and now Yike in a sticky situation. Has to retreat back to the safety of his tower.
But Bo finds it.
Started. Vitality are not going to fight over this one, or are they? As we see Perks moving across, Kaiser's hit 6, now they want to fight. The Dragon is secured, but Kaiser has that Enchanted Crystal Arrow, hits onto Yike, Neon on the chase as well, Chain of Corruption already being used, but the Realm Warp gets Yike out just in time. 150 HP or so for him to...
Right now,
no flashes.
Summer, no flash on Mickey, as you
Chain of Corruption, dodged away by Hans Summer, now Hans Summer doesn't have that dash to escape the waiting fangs of Perks. A Cobra lying in wait, the cleanse coming out, the heal used as well, they're just going to turn their eyes over to Mickey. Mickey sacrifices himself. Tasty sashimi for Vitality, but Mickey nowhere to go. Neon will secure the kill.
Okay, so they hand the kill over to Neon. Perks was definitely looking for it, but at the end of the day...
On average, they're not losing the first tower. They're not getting out-killed in the early game. G2 yet to pick up a kill as we get up towards the 14-minute mark. Broken Blade trying to trade him on the top lane, but Photon just able to ghost his way away from this one. Broken Blade diving the tower, but not going to be able to do too much more. Arrow goes down, but as a Ram, you can immune that. Yike is able to escape.
Well played. Ultimate thrown onto Mickey, still no flash.
Perks coming in here as well, and Mickey just can't get anywhere. Perks gets on the board, 1-0-1 now.
But Bo and Perks are being sneaky. They're trying to catch Caps off, but he is not falling for the trap. And now they create the pincer onto Yike.
So you have Arrow up, you have Chain of Corruption as well. Bo looking forward here, but that Dragon will be secured by Hans Summer. Yike actually didn't have Smite for 2 seconds, but the Petrifying Gaze is going to hit here onto Caps, and he's rooted in place. Cease and desist coming out as well, and there's nowhere for Caps to go. Perks once again slays his former teammate. 2-0-1 now. As Vitality, although they lost the Dragon, was still able to get something fighting down towards the bottom lane as Broken Blade takes a little bit of damage. Yike trying to keep this one aggro, but the patience will run out, and Riftheld doesn't want to dance this dance no more. Mid lane is being pushed out by Hans Summer, though Vitality invested all their players in the river here to make sure they could secure this, but Yike continues to step forward, does have the smite this time. TP coming in, Yike caught, but the smite does go down. Yike will take it, cease and desist on him, but he's going to be able to run away from this one. Petrifying Gaze as well, used down towards the bottom side. Yike has already gone down. Hans Summer able to chase away. Caps being chased by Bo. Kai's on his way to get in here as well. Caps does still have the Realm Warp and he's going to try and use it because he knows Bo just used his knock-up, but Bo still able to get him down. Broken Blade in the bottom lane will take a 1v1 fight, the solo bolo for him.
It's pretty crazy that to approach your opposition and your ability to face check is very important, and right now Broken Blade is being herded straight into the warm embrace of Perks.
It's not the first time we've seen a favorite coming in, be on the wrong side of a 7-1 scoreline, and right now Vitality looking to make it 8-1 as Broken Blade is chased out, and Photon will secure his first kill of the game. Neon was able to hold him.
He's the player we have to keep our eyes on. 2 items completed. He's the biggest threat. They're looking for Hans.
Arrow wants a Hans, but immediately he cleanses it. Photon trying to dive in here as well. Perks coming in from the side. Already Yike is down, and now Perks is in prime position to wail away on Hans. Twin Fangs after Twin Fangs find their mark. Broken Blade now standing tall. The Aquarism will connect with 2 kills over to Vitality and a Dragon to boot.
And I was saying that Hans is the player you need to watch, and Vitality said the same thing. The arrow came out immediately. The follow-up with the Ghost Ramon. If you can kill Perks 6 times, you can have all your players on the analyst dashboard. Perks isn't giving them a single one. The Baron is on the cards, and there is no jungler to steal this one away.
Yeah, no way you take this one. Bo will secure it. 10-1 now. Vitality are 5,000 gold in the lead. G2 trying to pick up scraps where they can, and scraps is all it is.
Here comes Perks with the Ghost. Yike is just chain CC'd, locked down. The grounding applies the slow. The ultimate from Photon as well as we go back to live.
Photon trying to trade here on the top lane, puts the needle work down. Broken Blade though knocks him back, brings him back to the fight. And the shutdown goes over to Yike. Very difficult for Photon on the ward that's in the bush just below here. This ward from G2. Now Caps will know because Kaiser stepped forward, but that Baron's going to fall very, very quickly. Now Yike is going to try and get into the river here, but even with the tidal wave coming in, you're not really going to be able to get there in time. Yike can't get past Perks, and the Baron has already been taken. TP coming in from Broken Blade. Photon looking to go in as well. Hans Summer caught in the cease and desist, but it's only Photon and Bo who are there. Broken Blade actually brings him across the wall straight onto the face of Hans Summer, but Broken Blade tries to act as the wall. The needles though will pierce his skin and take him out. sent to the morgue. Hansama will fall. Meanwhile, on the top side of the fight, Neon still trying to chase Mickey X down. Mickey has nowhere to go. Neon takes the second of the fight. Perks and Kaiser trying to escape from Caps, who's still full health. Well, pretty much full health and full mana. Yike now joining the fray. Perks flashes, so does Kaiser. The miasma will stop them. The realm warp coming in as Caps looks for the chase. Seraph shielding on him's not going to be enough, and now Bo joins the fray. No mana on him as well, as Caps will keep him at bay. Yike with the Windborn Storm, not quite enough. It is in the end to take down Kaiser. That's the power of the fray orb for you, as Caps chase onto Perks once again. Bo coming in behind them. The damage from Neon is enough. The piercing arrow finds its mark. Only Yike able to survive.
And Vitality pick apart G2.
Mana that you spend, you get healing back. Damage that you take, you get mana back. And obviously, the Seraph's helping you out with that as well, as Vitality are able to push in this bottom lane. Double cannons here for them. Yike tries to tank them up, try and clear them out a little bit, but they don't really have the range to get onto those cannons. Cullen coming out from Hansama, dodges the Chain of Corruption, very aptly sidesteps it. The arrow going through the goalpost there as well. 3 points to Kaiser, but unfortunately we're not playing rugby today. Instead, League of Legends on the menu, and an arrow not connecting is not the best of shapes for you. However, the push still continues for Vitality. They've shifted Photon into the mid lane. Broken Blade still down here on the bottom side. No wave though for Photon. Tidal Wave has been used as they go into Perks and Kaiser, and immediately they locked him down. Cease and desist going on to Hansama. Perks wants the stopwatch. Kaiser's already fallen. Perks next on the menu. Hansama able to take him. He will fall in response. Bo now in the midst of two. Neon fighting off towards the backside. Caps gets on him with the spell Flux, and now Caps just trying to clean up these kills in the end. Decides he doesn't really want a piece of that action. Level 18 Photon a bit too strong for Caps and Mickey.
Wow, an actual one team fight here for G2, but Photon wants to try and win it for Vitality. Good spacing there from Caps, has the support from Mickey as well. And props to G2, they're able to hold.
Vitality will be one away. Now on soul point for the Hex Soul. Always have the threat of an arrow. He's going to use it. He hits Broken Blade. Bo on his way. Neon chasing in as well, as so is Perks. Caps trying to get away. The Realm Warp step back, but the Cease and Desist will stop him. And that means neither Caps nor Broken Blade will live to survive much longer. Phase rush on Caps. Flash as well, but Bo flashes for the chase. And the slow and the damage is enough. Bo takes him out. 2 kills. Over to Vitality. G2 immediately try and react and try and take down this mid lane tower, but there's TP available for Photon, and there's an open inhibitor down towards the bottom side. Photon TPing behind them, trying to cut them off. How do you get out of this one, G2? If you can get to the Hex Gate, maybe you can get out, but I don't think Photon, well, maybe it's okay. He'll let you get away for now.
He's gonna let them get away. Perks, though, continues to look. He has the pot. He's popped the Ghost. If he can spot out Yike, he's just gonna lie
though, isn't
wait.
it?
He wasn't spotted out, and that's exactly it. That's why they weren't going for the cross map. They knew that Baron was spawning soon. They wanted to get as many kills as they could, or at the very least force G2 back. G2, I think that the idea is promising. You have Caps, Shadow, Broken Blade in a side lane, and you use that to try and find a pick. However, in the mid lane, they couldn't really punish the collapse that Vitality was making on the bot, because they were able to collapse back up towards the top side and then secure themselves the Baron.
You stop course. They go for Kaiser. The Cullen coming out as well. Petrifying Gaze already used. The Tidal Wave being used. The Cease and Desist onto the backline. Mick is already down, but Hansama somehow still alive on the backline. But Caps just stepped into the middle of them all and was immediately deleted. Broken Blade now stepping. 1v5. Kasante can do a lot, but he can't do this. Yike pays for it with his life. Vitality find 3, and you have to feel that's the death knell for G2.
Vitality are looking dominant, and they're looking to secure the top spot in the LEC.
And lock themselves a spot in the group stage. Miasma forward with the flash there. Hansama able to dodge to the side of it. Cleanses away from the arrow as well. Somehow you got to cull this wave. You got to clear it out. Broken Blade trying to do what he can. Mickey now up. Photon stepping in, but the Nexus Tower is the target for Vitality. Already they have fallen. Hansama goes golden. But I don't think he's going to survive much longer. Broken Blade able to kill off Bo, something no one really has done this game. But Vitality will take the Nexus, and they will take their spot in the best of 3s.
The smiles on the faces of Perks. This is what he was hoping this Vitality could one day be. Securing a spot at the top of the LEC after week 2. You will be seeing this Vitality squad in the best of 3. And an incredibly dominant performance. I said it during the cast, I'll say it again. I believe this was Vitality's most...
You can then carry the later parts, but Team Heretics have a very easy front-to-back composition that is a good recipe to follow if you are one of the underperforming teams.
Yeah, exactly. I think there's a clear identity as well from the side of it.
The league has been going. It looks like it's quite possible a team with 3 wins will actually make it into the top 8. We thought originally 4 was like a cut-off where in the past at the halfway mark, 4 wins has got you in. As Rob's looking for a stun here. Mercer can try and jump back to Ruby, who'll do exactly that, and then Flash Emperor's Divide will lock them away from it. Mercer very low, just surviving.
Heal being used to keep Mercer alive, but This man invested there.
Spectre here. Wonder is coming across. The eye just popped by Jankos and needs 5 more autos to open up that eye once again. Does have the smite. Only 21 on it though, so a better smite from Razork, and Razork will secure it. The eye sitting there. Wonder trying to get away from this as he pops the needlework, but he's scooped back with the Emperor's Divide, and Wonder will pay for that secure of the Herald with his life.
Oh, and Wonder is in fact then not out.
Jankos going to meet up with Razork here. Realmorph coming in though as Humanoid looks for the chase. Locked down with the cease and desist. The Cyclone clone though knocking up Wonder. Not enough. The all out though will pull Wonder back underneath the tower. 2 tower shots not enough to kill him off. Evie will fall to Humanoid. And Fnatic finally on the board.
Good punish there from Fnatic. We finally get to see an effective roam out from Humanoid towards the top side of the map. And look at this in the mid lane.
Well, we've already seen what a Gwen can do into a Cassante in the last game between G2 and Vitality here. Wonder has a 1.2, have a huge amount of healing on the side of Heretics that you're trying to mitigate. Only really the Immortal Shield Bolt from Jack Spectre, so the extra armor shred that you get out of it can do a lot of work. A little bit more expensive, but Razork was able to avoid it as Evie tries to get away here. Chain of Corruption will land, but no one really able to get onto the tower yet. The needleworks, though, the range the Fnatic can play is absolutely gargantuan as Humanoid tries to escape here and will be able to phase rush his way away. Ruby looking for the final soldier and will secure that kill. 1-for-1 trade, but the tower going over to Fnatic.
Ruby did have to commit the flash, but as you rightly say,
Make sure this tower dies. They don't currently have mid lane control because, as you can see, Fnatic are pushing that wave in. Evie's going to try and stop them, but Fnatic have sacrificed the bottom side of their map to try and get this mid lane tower. The Dragon is up in 2 seconds time, and now Fnatic will use their mid prio to try and walk down here. In fact, they're going to use the Realm Wall. Mercer a little bit out of position as Chase comes in with the cease and desist. Ruby's going to go in with the Emperor's Divide as well as Razork's locked back without the rest of his team. Razork will fall, but so far it's a 2-for-1 in favor of Fnatic. Wonder now doing some damage, but Jack Spectre with the Lightning Crash is building up those stacks pretty lickety-split as he continues to wail away on Rux. Lightning after lightning, not quite enough as Evie on the backline can't die at all, apparently, as he gets double kill. Jack Spectre still trading with Reckless and Rux in a 2v1. He might be able to win this one, but instead he jumps away. Long range arrow from Rux, from Reckless in fact. Oh, he flashes for it! He didn't do the maths.
I mean, still, very awkward position. Look at the damage here from Reckless. Big snipe from the Q. Evie is able to get something back at the very least, but again, another quick Q coming out from Reckless means that another kill goes into Fnatic's back pocket, but we're back on the fight.
The players heard us, they keep fighting. Cease and desist once again onto the backline. Ruby has been locked up and taken out by Razork before the fight even really begins. Evie down as well, and Team Heretics have to retreat. Flashes away. Dragon now for Fnatic. The game has come alive.
Back-to-back fights going in favor of Fnatic. It seems that Heretics haven't quite reached that point in the game where they feel strong enough, but also a lot was used. You can see the ultimate.
That's true, so are you.
Thanks. I love how we both just acknowledge that we're valid.
Anyway, Jankos now. Oh, is it going to be a good steal again? Or is he going to get caught out? Gets to the blast cone. Razork looks for the cease and desist, but now Razork's in the midst of all of Team Heretics. Jack Spectre with the Lightning Crash, putting the damage down. The Unbreakable blocks any route for Fnatic to get into the fight, and Razork took a one-way ticket
They don't want to concede it. Fnatic is saying, we're really fine.
Okay, they're doing the Baron now, and Wonder has to TP in. But Wonder can get the Inhibitor's Tower before the TP
Does he
even
have
comes
to
in.
TP in?
I mean, eventually you have to feel that perhaps he maybe
I don't know if he does. I think
Okay.
that they can just play the patient game here. You can see Wonder is just waiting. Now he
There's
feels the
TP.
pressure.
Okay, 5,000 HP on the Baron. Heretics trying to call
flipping
Fnatic
this.
to the fight. Looking for the engage. Baron secured. Jankos gets it, but now the fight really begins afterwards. Cease and desist from Razork will take out one. Jankos with the Cyclone as well. Evie trying to get across the wall, but the Rail Warp will chase them. Evie and Mercer, well, Evie's already fallen. Ruby was able to escape with his empowered recall from the Baron. Mercer's not going to have the same luxury as he is chased down. So you get Baron on one, you lose your Inhibitor Tower. That's
I do not think that was worth it. Heretics was so tunneled on this Baron that they sacrificed 2 towers in bot lane. The fight was awkward,
Yes.
right? So
just with the way that Fnatic and Heretics splits have gone, I didn't want to put the impetus on them winning another game after this one.
okay. Wow.
It has been a struggle at times for both of
Throw him
these
under the
teams.
bus like that.
I mean, this game has been a lot better from Fnatic, though. As I say that, Razork has been caught out.
He has, yeah, that has just happened. The bot wave is in a good spot for Heretics. And now they're looking to have him group up with the team. The TP flank coming in from the Gwen.
Cease and desist onto Jack Spectre. Now Jack Spectre takes Razork the long way around. Lightning Crash coming down as well. Jack Spectre and Razork fighting off towards the top side, but Wonder with that flank is in the perfect position to isolate the AD carry. Jack Spectre tries to dash back across and does manage to make it to his team. He's somehow still alive. He cleanses, he dashes, he dances away. And Jack Spectre survived for long enough for Heretics to win out the fight. That was gorgeous from the Heretics AD carry.
But Heretics actually won that fight. That's unbelievable. Jack Spectre played that about as well as he could. He bought so much time for Heretics to regroup, and Ruby was just able to freely dish out damage. Yamato talked about it on the desk. The whole win condition for Heretics is just group and fight. And this was the first time where they could get a very clean... I'm shocked.
Yeah,
I am shocked. Okay, these later times are good. Ebby's bot. He has his TP. He's pushed the wave all the way in.
Oh, Jankos off HP. Razork, though, locked up in his Q animation. Cyclone coming in as well. Tries to go in with the cease and desist, but it's not enough. The stopwatch from Jankos stops the damage from the piercing arrow from Reckless, and that's another kill.
And Razork just gets picked again. We saw him get picked in the bot side jungle. We're seeing him get picked just trying to clear out a ward. He thought that he was safe because Wonder was pushing out top lane. Ebby, though, looking for a fight with Wonder.
Do you win these? So, okay.
I'm just going to assume...
He's got Force of Nature, so he can run away really quickly after Humanoid puts some damage down. 6 stacks,
Oh,
now
no,
he goes in
he's
with the
gonna
all-out.
kill Humanoid.
No way! Can Cassandra just do this? The guy's level 8. Okay, no, he can't.
Varus did help.
The Baron steal is possible already. Oh no, there's
it's
no one
not.
there. The
Razork
Heretics
is
still take
dead.
this. Okay. Well, Heretics get the Baron in exchange for Ebby's life, and that's a trade the Shrimp will be very happy to make.
Do you know, this is actually called the Huni Baron. Well,
Healing from the Immortal Shubo will top Jack Spectre back up. Now, Humanoid is waiting. Does Humanoid realm warp him when they try and fight Wonder? I think the answer is yes. Does the cease and desist happen in the mid lane as well? Yes, Jack Spectre's
gonna die?
He just goes into the GA. There's no one here to defend him. Heretics sent everyone back to try and deal with Wonder. And it's a trade of shutdowns, 2 for 1 in favor of Heretics.
catches Fnatic off guard because they're like, why would they not be pushing into our base?
Yep.
And then Jack Spectre is just pushing alone. So, I mean, I guess it ends up being an even trade overall, but Heretics walk away with the Dragon. In any case, Ebby's now in danger.
No Ghost, because remember he used it earlier, trying to get away from this, but already he's chunked down to half HP. All out going in as well. Jack Spectre going in with the Lightning Crash. Some damage with the Emperor's Divine as well. Ruby tries to get on the backline Wonder. Now trying to do what he can, but he's already fallen. Ruby goes down as well, but Rux and Razork are bleeding, ticking away. Jankos dives in. There's another as Rux goes down. Now Humanoid the next target, and he will fall too. Razork trying to escape, but Jankos not going to let him. In the end, only Reckless stands. The final Fnatic hope you feel here. He charges up an arrow. He can't kill off Jack Spectre. He tries to get away from Jankos, but he will not escape today. The shutdown to Jankos, and Heretics get the ace.
And it's just another 5v5 fight. And what a...
Could, of course, be on Reckless as well. There's a few targets that you could prioritize here. Now, Fnatic going to try and step forward towards this Baron. Vision Denial, the name of the game. Baron started by Heretics, already down to 6,000 HP. Razork trying to get in the pit. Is he gonna steal it? Oh! Ruby takes it instead. Razork cease and desists. Jack Spectre, but he's not really gonna be able to do too much. And Emperor's Divide on the backline as Ebby distracts 3 members of Fnatic. Jack Spectre on a killing spree as Razork will fall. Ebby in the midst of 4 is unkillable, unstoppable. Cassante delivering presence to Team Heretics. Call him Cassanta because he is delivering the win.
They're looking to bring back this game and secure a massive win over Fnatic.
What a win it would be. Gets them out of that danger zone on their way to the group stage. Fnatic, though, after an early lead, still trying to hang on to some sort of hope. They do still have strong carries. Ryze and Gwen at this stage in the game are nothing to be trifled with. The chain of corruption coming out, but Fnatic's Nexus towers are under siege and they have fallen. Wonder pops the stopwatch, but pop goes the Nexus. Team Heretics claim the victory.
What a chaotic game from both sides. But at the end of the day, Heretics, they stayed true to their win condition. Jack Spectre needs to be given so much credit for that win. His individual play off the back of that single target focus that came down in the river was monumental in swinging the game back in Heretics' favor. The fact that they were able to win that fight, they were able to stabilize the game, was so crucial for them to buy a little bit more time and then turn the game into a win.